Yo, what's up guys? Today we've got a classic sneaker unboxing filled with early pairs. We've got grail pairs-ish. We've got sneaker of the year contenders, and we've got some shoes that I'm very, very excited about personally. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. There are just so many sneakers that came in, and I've been trying to save them all for when I did an unboxing video, but it's tough because a lot of these sneakers I want to see. Let's start things off with a box that is not in another box. This is the Avos Therapy slide. So this is actually a slide that was sent to me from a friend of a friend, Sean Hale, a pro skateboarder with Birdhouse, and he created his own therapy slide brand. Now I have worn these before, so that's why the box looks a little disheveled. I haven't worn these around. I just tried them on, and then I was like, you know what, this would actually be good for the unboxing video. So we're gonna run through these guys really quick. Oh, I didn't know that you could change out the, well, hold on. Let me just show you guys. Huge thank you to Sean for sending these my way, by the way. But these are the Avos Therapy slides. Got some nice padding on the upper, and then a little bit stiffer of a footbed. But the thing that I didn't realize when I tried these shoes on is that you can actually pop out this little green circle right here and throw in a therapeutic addition. There's different nubs you can throw in here. These are a 1, so I guess it's a slightly lower height. 3s are a little painful, but I don't think these are supposed to be for extreme comfort. These are purely for therapy. So there's different options, and it says do what feels right. So I'm gonna try all 3 out. I'll try the 2s, I'll try the 1s, and then it says pick whichever one feels best underneath your feet after 15 minutes. So I'm gonna try these guys out. I'm really excited about these. It says 1 is all you need for effective therapy. 2 is different sizes feel better on different days, experiment different amounts of pressure, and then 3, higher isn't necessarily better, at least for therapy anyway. That's interesting. Shout out to Riff for Pixel Game Squad for connecting me with Sean and having this pair sent out. Yeah, the 1s are the move. The 1s are definitely the move. Of course, if you want to grab any of the shoes that I mentioned in today's video, I'll make sure to leave links through the YouTube shopping tab on your screen. Let's move on to the second box that is unboxed already. This was sent to me by Takeout NY because we're doing a promo together, which I'm really excited about. And this is a pair of the upcoming Adidas Bad Bunny Gazelle indoors. Now you've seen these in other videos already because I used them in other videos already, but this is a pair that I believe drops on August 23rd. And like I said, I've got a promo coming out, so I tried to repackage it to make it look like this was a whole new unboxing experience, but we both know it's not. Woo! Pretending like this is the first time I've seen these. Wow! These are the Bad Bunny Adidas Gazelle indoors in the Benito colorway, which is Bad Bunny's first name. I love these. One really cool thing about these Bad Bunny Gazelles is that inside the box, you not only get paper, but you also get 2 new insoles, very, very thick, incredibly well padded insoles, and then you get this really cool Adidas Bad Bunny bag. I don't really know what it is, but it's been in both of my Bad Bunny Adidas Gazelles, so there you go. But these shoes are absolutely fire. I featured these in the 5 Adidas sneakers that you should own video, which if you guys haven't checked that out, you should check it out, link at the top of the screen. I also love the blue colorway that dropped about a month ago. I've been wearing this colorway a lot. I kind of feel like the Bad Bunny Gazelles are my favorite Adidas Bad Bunny collab to drop. It's kind of wild to say this because there's been so many good Bad Bunny Adidas collaborations, but I feel like the Gazelles are my personal favorite out of all of them, including the Forums. I love the Forums, but these ones just have that Adidas vibe to it. These ones look like Adidas shoes with the Bad Bunny twist, which I really, really like. These have that sort of Samba vibe, or I guess Gazelle vibe, even though Gazelles usually come in suede and these are leather. But man, these are clean. I really, really love these. I'm gonna try these guys on, show you guys the on foot to show you what they look like on foot. You've got this beautiful white leather upper accented by these black Adidas 3 stripes, and then sort of the main feature of the Bad Bunny Gazelles is the off-center toe area, or I guess the off-center mud guard. Usually Gazelles, the line kind of goes straight down from the toe, and this one it's kind of at an angle. What is that, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock? The materials feel decent. This shoe is significantly wider than a standard Gazelle. I feel like one thing that people really don't like about some of these more classic Adidas silhouettes is that they tend to run a bit narrow in the midfoot. Not so much the handballs. The Gazelles are kind of in the middle, but the Sambas definitely. So it's nice to have a pair of Adidas Gazelle style sneakers that fit pretty wide. A wide footer would be fine in these, in my opinion. In addition to this off-center toe area, you've got 2 tongues, which is interesting. They're actually, I think, clipped together with these metal buttons. Underneath the top tongue, you've got the Adidas logo right there. And then on the back of the shoe, interestingly enough, is where you have the size tag. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I was wondering why you had 2 tongues if you couldn't really see the second tongue. But it seems like when you unclip the top tongue, it's able to get so much higher. So you can wear it like a more popped out tongue if you want. There's a lot of options when wearing this shoe. And the fact that they give you a second set of insoles if you want to switch them out is cool. The main insole looks kind of like this, just a standard foam insole, nothing special. I really like this collab a lot. It's one of those if you know, you know sort of collabs, and I just think they did a great job with it. There's so many more packages here. Okay, let's go with this one. I believe is a box from Adidas. These are the brand new Adidas AE1 Lowes, the MX charcoal colorway. I think there's an official name for the shoe, but I don't know what it is. One thing I really love about this box is that when you pull out this inner drawer, you can kind of see it in these lines on the side of the box. It's cool. Now I have seen these guys before. I actually have multiple pairs of these. I didn't know how difficult these would be to get, so I ordered a pair off of Adidas, and I ordered a pair off of the Foot Locker app, and I got both of them. I just have too many pairs of these. So here they are, the Adidas AE1 Lowes. I was considering doing a full video on these, but I might wait until I get the colorway that I really want, which is the mural colorway, the pink one. So this shoe is a little bit different than the standard AE1s. It features light boost in the heel, and you've got a cutout for the light boost in the back of the shoe. Now the light boost doesn't extend all the way through the shoe. I believe it's only in the heel and possibly in the forefoot, but I'm not entirely sure. They don't really give you any hints as to where it is on the bottom of the shoe. You just see the X plate or whatever it's called for torsional twisting. But I'm really excited about these. I watched Wear Tester's review on these shoes, and it makes me even more excited because he was saying that these are like an even better version of the standard AE1s, which is awesome. I really like the idea of wearing these casually. This colorway, I don't mind, but I really prefer that pink one. That pink one's just got such a Miami like summer vibe to it. This one's cool, but it's like very Yeezy. Like this looks like a pair of Yeezy basketballs, doesn't it? Like you've got the reflective hit on the toe, you've got the marbled TPU on the side of the shoe, and don't get me wrong, this shoe is fire. I love the way it looks, but it is definitely a Yeezy feeling shoe. That being said, I think the AE1 and possibly the AE1 Low, you could probably group them together, is definitely in the top 10 best sneaker releases of 2024. I think this shoe's incredible. Great overall basketball sneaker. It only costs 110 bucks retail, which is crazy. Well, the high top is 120, or I guess mid top is 120, but the low is 110, and you get light boost. Crazy. I just feel like Adidas is just on top of basketball right now. Like I just tried the Air Jordan 39s, and they were comfortable, but for like everyday walking around wear. Not so much for basketball. They were a little bit too soft, in my opinion, for basketball. It felt too mushy. Maybe I'll do a comparison video between these and the standard AE1s. Oh, by the way, have you checked out my tech channel yet? Well, if you haven't, you should, because we're about to hit 100,000 subscribers. I think we're like 800 subscribers away. It's wild. I just unboxed the brand new ROG Ally X and have reviewed a bunch of the foldable phones that just released. There's a bunch of videos over there. I think in the last week, I've done like 6 videos for that channel. I haven't released them all yet, but they are in the works, on the way. I think like 4 or 5 of them have dropped already, but yeah, give me a sub. I'd really appreciate it. 100,000 subscribers. We are so close, and you guys can be a part of it, and I'd really appreciate that. So check it out. Linked in the top of the description below. All right. I don't know which pair to do next. This is an early pair. Shout out to Takeout for sending it my way to borrow for a little bit to give you guys some content on it. If you guys want to check out Takeout NY, there's actually a bunch of Apothecary stuff at Takeout NY. It's a boutique store in New York City. There's 2 locations, and I love them. They're good people over there. This is the brand new Nike KD4 Nerf. Oh, it just says KD Nerf on the front of the box. Okay, well either way, this is the KD4 Nerf. This shoe is essentially exactly the same as the original KD4 Nerf that released back in, I don't remember, the early 2010s. Unfortunately, unlike the original pair, this pair has a brand new box, which is a lot more standard, just a Nerf-themed box. It's still cool, but the last one had like a basketball hoop on it. It came with a Nerf ball. It was crazy. There's KD, and we've got Nerf down there at the bottom. It's an official Nerf collab. In the 2000s, Nike would sometimes create shoes that looked like they were collabs with certain brands, but they weren't actually collabs with those brands. But you do know it's an official collab when they say things like the actual name of the brand on the shoe. And as you can see on the right shoe, you've got the word Nerf on the top of the tongue. Now I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember the last time I actually held a pair of KD4 Nerfs. And I think if I did hold a pair, it might have been at like, maybe at Rare Pair, a store in New York City before it shut down, or maybe just at SneakerCon. I can't think of another time I would have actually held a pair in my hands. But yeah, this pair apparently is identical in terms of the actual shoe itself, or as close to identical as can be, according to Nike. You've got KD on the back, as you have on most KD4s. You've got the strap. It comes in bright Nerf colors. You've got blue, you've got green, you've got orange, you've got yellow, and of course you've got the Nerf, I don't know what to call that, sprinkles, splatter, I guess. It says Nerf on the left insole, so you've got Nerf on the insole on the left shoe, and then Nerf on the tongue on the right shoe. And then the outsole, just bright red. Now this shoe is interesting because this shoe is a Grail shoe. It's a re-release of a Grail, and for a lot of people who remember this shoe when it dropped, I'm sure they want to grab a pair of these purely for the nostalgia. Then again, there's probably other people like me who remember when these shoes dropped, have always liked them from afar, but never really wanted to pull the trigger because I didn't want to spend that kind of money on a pair of shoes that looked like this. Nothing wrong with the way this shoe looks, but it is difficult to wear. And the reason I'm interested to see how these shoes do is because there's a lot of people in the sneaker game now who weren't back when these shoes last released, and I feel like they might not be into this shoe because they have no nostalgia towards this shoe. It's definitely a wild looking sneaker, and I'm sure you've noticed that basketball sneakers, like 2000s basketball sneakers, just aren't hitting the way that they used to. Like, you can't wear these for fashion anymore. Like, people used to wear LeBron 11s for fashion, but people just don't wear these shoes casually anymore. So I feel like if this shoe does sell out, it's gonna sell out for hoopers and pure nostalgia. Those are the two reasons I think the shoe would sell out. But I think it still might, because Nike could still limit this shoe, so we'll have to wait and see. And a lot of the other KD retros that have dropped recently have sold out generally. For example, they finally released the Graffiti LeBrons, a pair that was only a PE that people wanted for years and years and years and years, and now it's sitting at the outlet for half price. So I don't know, it's interesting to see. I think eventually maybe the prices will go up, but it doesn't really matter. If you're a sneakerhead and you love sneakers and you're nostalgic for this shoe, I say buy it. It's worth it. It's the same shoe it was back in the day, and if you want a shoe that you were never able to have, now's the time to get it because you can. But who knows? It might actually be super limited and it might sell out, so we'll have to wait and see. Next up, we got a pair of shoes that is probably the cheapest pair of shoes in today's video, and it's a pair that I'm really excited about. I've had pairs of these in the past, but not this colorway, and I really wanted this colorway, so I bought it for resale. As you can see from the box, it's a pair of Asics, and it's actually the Asics Gel 1130, a pair of shoes that retails for $95. Now, I might do a full review on this sneaker, and I'll tell you guys why in a minute, but it's a pretty wild shoe. Look at this. Oop, the tag fell off. Here they are, the Asics Gel 1130. You got your GOAT tag thing inside the box. So the Asics Gel 1130 is the little brother of the Asics Gel Kayano 14. It's actually inspired by the Asics Gel Kayano 14. It features a little bit cheaper materials, a little bit cheaper tech, in that you still have gel in the heel, but a lot less than you have in the Gel Kayanos. And obviously the materials are not as high quality as they are in the Gel Kayanos, but this shoe is a slightly wider fit, so for people who want a slightly wider version of the Gel Kayanos, and it looks very similar for like $50 cheaper. I think it's maybe even $65 cheaper. This is the white Clay Canyon colorway, so it's basically a white, silver, and brown colorway. And it's just clean, man. I'm not gonna lie, this shoe is super, super clean. Now, unfortunately, I didn't pay $95 for this shoe, and this shoe is sold out in this colorway because it released last year, I think. I think I paid maybe $160 for it. So about the same as the Gel Kayanos, but it's a very, very clean shoe, and I'm gonna use this in a lot of upcoming videos, so stay tuned for those. So I had to grab a pair of these, but man, these shoes are awesome. I've owned pairs of 1130s in the past. I am probably going to do some sort of comparison between this shoe and the Gel Kayanos if I do a full review of this shoe, so let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want to see a full review, because genuinely, this shoe is awesome. It's also the base for some collaboration sneakers, and it consistently sells out. Like, everywhere that I go to try and buy this shoe, it's always sold out. There have been like women's colorways that are all suede that look fine, but they retail for like $120. All of the colorways that look like this sell out immediately, and you just can't find this shoe anywhere. But if you can, and you can get it for the retail price of $95, I say go for it. If you like this style, I mean, you're buying into a really great 2000s running sneaker aesthetic for an insanely cheap price. And it's such a wearable shoe. It's really comfortable underfoot. I definitely recommend picking these up. I basically gave you guys like a short review right there, but I will probably film a full review if you guys want to see that. So again, let me know in the comments down below. All right, we've got 2 boxes left. This first one, I believe, is from GOAT. And this, in my opinion, is Sneaker of the Year. So here we go. Now you guys are probably saying to yourself, Sneaker of the Year? You say that all the time. Well, I really mean it with this shoe. You probably thought it was something different, didn't you? Well, it's the same shoe. I doubled up. So this is the Nike SB Dunk Low Futuras that dropped earlier this year. I said this was Sneaker of the Year during the review of this shoe. I still say it's Sneaker of the Year. And while, yes, technically I did double up, unfortunately, I'm not keeping this pair. It's brutal, I know. Got this pair from GOAT, paid full resale for it, and it's gorgeous. I love this shoe, especially the medial side. Look at that, the shoe is just beautiful. But this shoe I actually bought for Apothecary, my sock brand. If you guys don't know about my sock brand Apothecary, check it out through the YouTube shopping tab on your screen. Actually, everything that I unboxed in today's video is available through the YouTube shopping tab on your screen. But the reason I bought this shoe is because I do this game at Apothecary called Guess It and Keep It, which essentially is a game where you guess the shoe, and if you guess it correctly, you keep the shoe, and if you don't guess it correctly, the shoe goes in a random Apothecary order on our website. So it's very possible that if you order things on Apothecary, this shoe could show up at your doorstep. It's not very likely, but it is possible. Now, to be fair, if Osman or Josh guess this shoe, or whoever's at the office guesses this shoe, then they'll keep it. And I know for a fact Osman and Josh really want this shoe. That's why I bought this one in particular, because I want to give them a chance to get their Sneaker of the Year too. But it's very possible that they can't guess the shoe right, because they got to guess the shoe and the colorway. And I did this about 2 weeks ago with a pair of Air Max 1 Huffs, which I know Osman knows about, and he and Chris didn't get it. So I threw it in a random Apothecary order. So it's possible that they don't get it, and I'm not going to post this video until after I film that video, so they don't know that I've even gotten this shoe. It's gonna be a complete surprise. But don't worry, I'm gonna post the full vlog of the entire challenge on the Apothecary YouTube channel, and of course we'll do shorts and Instagram reels and things like that, so you'll know if they get it, and you'll know if it's showing up in a random order. But yeah, genuinely, sneaker of the year. I love this shoe so much. There are so many great sneakers dropping this year, like the Blacksmith 3s and the Alma Maniere 3s and just a bunch of really great stuff, but nothing is this unique. Like, this shoe is just incredible. Just to kind of give you guys an overview of this sneaker, if you're not familiar with it, you guys can also check out my full review, linked at the top of the screen. But this shoe is a collaboration with Futura, who is an artist out of Japan. You've got his signature right there at the bottom of the shoe, and then Futura Laboratories on the medial side of the heel. But it features some really, really incredible, like, graffiti work essentially printed onto the overlays of the shoe. You've got this super interesting yellow stitch detail, which is on the inside of only one of the shoes. I think it's always the right shoe. I mean, it's just a super unique, super eye-catching pair of shoes. I wear my pair constantly. Like, I wear that pair all the time. And to be honest, I probably will have to double up in the very near future, but they aren't cheap shoes. They're going for like $350. Actually, that's cheaper than I bought my pair for. I bought my pair for $1,000. It was to give you guys an early review. I did it for you guys. But let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this shoe, whether you think it's sneaker of the year or not. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you don't think it's sneaker of the year, let me know which shoe you do think is sneaker of the year. Because there is a lot of good stuff coming this year and a lot of good stuff that's already dropped. So I'd love to know your, just let me know your full top 10 list. Just let me know all the shoes. Just comment as much as you want down there. Just let me know everything. All right, now we get to the final pair, the pair that is a personal pickup that I'm very much looking forward to. I bought it off of Whatnot and I plan to wear it as soon as I finish filming this video, essentially. So when I reviewed this shoe back in March, I think, before the shoe released, I didn't have the box for it because I got it from Secret Sauce. But now I have the full box, like this is a full retail pair, and I'm just so excited to have them. Here's the box. I'm sure you guys know what it is at this point. You've got to know, especially for sneaker releases from this year. So these are a size 10.5 women's pair of Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Lows, and you probably know the colorway. If you don't, give it a second, you'll see it. You've got pink paper inside the box, and then, ooh, they smell great. The shoes themselves, wow. Look at these. The Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Canaries. You get a set of red laces inside the shoe. I think the other lace that you get is what? A blue lace. That's right, blue wax laces. The box kind of exploded, but I'm gonna wear these, so I don't care. Now, if you're not familiar with these shoes, again, you can check out my full review linked at the top of the screen. But the colorway of these shoes are based on Elkins High School, which is the school that Travis Scott went to high school. It's actually very similar to Laney High, which is where Michael Jordan went to high school, except this was in Texas and Laney is probably, what, North Carolina? So this is a colorway that's definitely polarizing to a lot of people. Like, a lot of people don't like this colorway, and because of that, they are a little bit cheaper than I think most other pairs of Travis Scott's. These go for around $380, I think, in a size 9, or $390. I bought my pair for a little bit higher because I used Whatnot credit, so I was willing to pay a little bit more. And the only size 9 that was available was listed a little bit higher than retail, but because it was Whatnot credit, it wasn't a huge deal. I think I ended up paying like $68 for these, so thank you to everyone who signed up using my link. Every time you sign up using my link, you get $10 towards your first purchase, and I get $10, so I was able to use the credit to get these guys, so thank you, appreciate it. Now, the other pair of Travis Scotts I have in my collection, actually the only other pair of Travis, no, I have 2 pairs, that's a lie. They're both Air Jordan 1 Lows. I have the reverse olives and I have the fragments, which I think are my favorite Travis Scotts ever, mainly because I really wanted the fragment ones and I couldn't get them, and they're kind of like a variation on that. I feel like the Travis ones are just kind of the mainstay Travis, and when they release colorways like this that you wouldn't expect them to release, it's interesting and it's exciting. Like, I really, really love the way this shoe looks. Definitely a summer shoe. Glad I got them when I got them, because I'm gonna rock these all summer and then probably not again until next summer, because it's not like a shoe you can rock that often. But yeah, super unique colorway, especially when you've got the Cactus Jack in red on the medial side and the red Nike Air logo. You wouldn't expect the red to go with the blue and the yellow, but it does. Well, it's an accent. Like, it doesn't match, but it's an accent and it's cool. In my opinion, the shoe looks best with the yellow laces personally, but I wouldn't be against switching out the laces to blue. But I think I'm gonna stick with the yellow just to keep it simple. Sometimes with Travis's, I'll switch out the laces to like pink or something like that. But for these, they're already so bright, I feel like the yellow's fine. But hey, that pretty much wraps up the unboxing. Let me know which one of these shoes you like the best in the comment section down below, along with all the other things I asked you to comment down below. Don't forget to check out my tech channel. Like I said, we're about to hit 100,000 subscribers and I can't believe it. I'd love for you guys to be a part of that, linked in the top of the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.